in college hoops is getting really, really good. If you don't follow John Rothstein on Twitter, you're doing yourself a disservice. And, of course, he shall be here tomorrow on TEL as well. But as most of the country was watching Championship Sunday in the NFL, John was there to remind you that 7 weeks from yesterday, exactly, we will have a bracket for the NCAA men's tournament. So, as we dive even deeper in a conference play around the country, let's get you caught up on the news and notes and the scores that you need from the weekend that was. What a great Saturday slate that we had. 141 D1 men's college basketball games starting at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Final game tipping around 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. About 13 hours of college basketball, and it featured a ton of top 25 tilts, including a top 10 matchup on the Plains in Auburn. Number 1, Auburn, holding on to that ranking and outlasting number 6, Tennessee, in a dogfight. 53-51, total in the low 140s, stayed well under. Auburn was a favorite at home. Tennessee does cover, but they do hold on late, 53-51. The Tigers should remain the number 1 team in the nation, despite not having Janai Broome for their 2 games this week, ranked number 1 for the first time in 2 seasons. What a week it was for Auburn, and a huge win in SEC play. Hopefully you saw the ending of the game in Lawrence on Saturday at the Fog between Kansas and Houston in a top 15 matchup in the Big 12. KU closed as an ever so slight favorite at home, but that's not really the story of the game. About a minute and 15 seconds remaining in regulation. Kansas led by 6. The Cougs come all the way back to force OT. Kansas in pole position in the extra 5 minutes. 79-73. The lead for KU with 18 seconds remaining in OT. At the line, the Jayhawks missed 2. Houston comes all the way back, down by 6 in the final 18 seconds to force a second overtime, and the Cougars prevail 92-86 into OT. I mean, as good of a win as you will find. To do that in any game, to do that in Allen Fieldhouse, unlikely and remarkable for Kelvin Sampson and his Cougs playing their best basketball at the most important time of a season. Keep an eye on Caleb Grill and Missouri, led by Dennis Gates, into the top 25, 3.5-point home favorite in Columbia against an Ole Miss team that had been playing great basketball, 83-75. The victory for Mizzou. Tough week for Ole Miss. They had a lead against A&M at home in Oxford. A&M rallied in the midweek, and a big victory for Missouri at home. Vandy, what a year it's been, full of upsets. They upset Tennessee last weekend. They upset Kentucky this weekend. Vanderbilt playing great basketball right now. Of course, a huge upset in football over Alabama. I think the first time Vandy has upset Alabama football and Kentucky basketball in the same year since the early 1970s. Texas at the buzzer in the in-state rivalry, the Longhorn Showdown against Texas A&M in Xavier, a win they had to have in Big East play. They get over UConn. A little bit more precarious this year for Connecticut. So many great scores from the weekend. Too many really to detail. Duke, big win in a big matchup in Winston-Salem against Wake Forest. The Demon Deacs do cover as a double-digit dog. But I bring up Duke to highlight those national championship odds as the end of January nears, less than 7 weeks from Selection Sunday. The Blue Devils are the national championship favorites at plus 430. They have been running a rough shot through the ACC, a deserved number. But Auburn at full strength, not sure how you could not argue they are the best team in the country, plus 450 on those Tigers. Iowa State, a rally in Tempe against ASU. So much college basketball to bring you tomorrow. Big Monday ahead. Tuesday, we return 8 a.m. Eastern here on the Grid.